Hey everybody, how you doing? Let's go play in the dirt, Iowa style, Knoxville Raceway, about 70 miles south of where I live here in central Iowa. Yes, you are seeing correct. I am on the pole. This is the second of two heats. I did maintain my second qualifying speed, which was just a shock to me because I suck on dirt. But anyway, we're here at Knoxville. This is a half-mile track. It's called a semi-bank track. It does have 8-degree banking. Very wide track. It's not uncommon sometimes to see 3 wide racing. Now, since I suck on dirt, I usually don't run the bottom and the slick too much. I will be up in the middle or even run in the cushion. But here at Knoxville, a very thick cushion. You get trapped in that mud and it'll suck you down and slow you down and even pull you into the wall. This is the fourth of 4 splits. We're very low strength of field. I believe it's just under 800, 797. And 16 cars in this total field, so everybody will make the show. Like I said, this is the second of 2 heats, and I'm going to bring them down for this 8-lap heat. And this will determine how we set up for the feature, the main.
You're ready here.
I noticed on the other heat that the leader held up the pack until way after the pace truck had come in and almost on the straight. So I'm going to do that here too because it seemed to work for him. So we'll see what happens here. All right, excellent jump, but I started in third, kind of missed the shift. I'm going to run that middle line. I'm going to stay off the bottom for right now. Ooh, we got some beating and banging going on already behind me. More and more you see in the rearview mirror, guys in the wall, beating and banging, cars all over the place. Hey, you know what? That works right into my hands. All right, coming through 3 here. I'm coming out just a little wide. It was kind of scary there, kind of a little bit hairy. I thought I was going to hit the wall, but I didn't. I've got the 6 car right behind me. We've kind of broken away from everybody else. There I kind of got a little high and I'm up in the mud in the cushion. But up high is safe. You just stick in the throttle wide open and no worries of the rear end coming around unless you really screw up your steering. Whereas down on the slick there, you can be on half throttle, a little bit of brake to set the car up and working the steering wheel hard. Opportunity for mistake is incredible down low. You can see how the slick is kind of forming going into 1 there, but then it thins out big time in the middle of turns 1 and 2. The sun will become an issue a little bit later here. All right, the 6 has moved up right behind me and working me side by side. 6 cars working a little bit of the low lane. I'm just going to stick in the middle and the high lane.
23.8.
I have never had pole position on a heat race before, so even if I get past 1 or 2 positions, I will still start in one of the better positions for me in the Dirt Stock Series, period. Well, working lap 4. 6 is all over me here, but I'm holding on to the lead. 6 looked on the high side, and I went high, kind of in the mud there. 6 is looking down low, going to get a nose under. I sweep out high.
Inside.
And the 6 kind of falls back just a little bit. If I can stay up there and just keep the RPMs and the throttle down, seems to be working so far. Right on my tail, but we've checked out from 3rd place, so it's between me and the 6 car here. Working lap 6 of 8. I'm kind of working on that steering wheel there. That was a very, very ugly corner. Then I get door slammed by the 6. Couldn't maintain their car. All right, well, you know what? I like it. So now I'm out all by myself. Coming to lap 7 here.
24.
I can take it easy, breathe easy. Wow. A few more corners and by gosh, I'm going to have my first heat win ever in the dirt street stocks. Here at Knoxville, my home dirt track, if you will. You can see the slick is just kind of building up a little bit here after these 2 heat races. All right, 1 more lap to go. Kind of worked the high mud there. The 13 car is kind of pulling up a little bit. The 6 is falling back to 3rd place, but I've just got 2 more corners here to negotiate in a calm and smooth manner, and I will get the win in the 2nd heat, which will put me on outside pole for the feature. And I do it. Wow. All right, now that feels really good. I mean, wow, that's my best finish ever in dirt street stock since they've gone to heat racing, which is winning heat number 2. All right, let's do a real quick track analysis here with my qualifying laps. Okay, like all dirt tracks, you're going to want to run the bottom as much as you can. Here at Knoxville, you have a berm that gives you a very good sight line to the bottom, which kind of aids me. As I am not a dirt master, a lot of times I will run the top in the middle versus the berm down by the slick, because slick can get you in a lot of trouble. So here we go, we're going to get the green flag here from the first 2 qualifying laps. Some guys step on the brake a little bit to set the car up. I just back off the throttle and then crank the steering wheel. You see that berm there, keep it right down along that berm, working the steering wheel. Now that time there I had my rear end wash out way too much. Kind of come out to the wall, steer in before the turn, coming around 3 and 4 here. I get a really good run here on this berm, but I kind of wash out near the end, that's okay. So coming down here to finish the second lap here, I give a good crank in. I don't use the brake here. I got nobody to worry about, just manipulating the throttle, which is pretty much full throttle because the slick is not that bad. And coming down the backstretch, I'm gaining some time on the delta. Slam it down here into 3. I'm a little bit higher than I should, but you can kind of dive in the corner sometimes. And this time here, I even kind of kiss the berm just a little bit, but I come up and actually pull out a really good time. And it's going to turn out to be that I finish in 2nd place here so far for qualifying. Well, that's a quick lap around or 2 around Knoxville. Keep her low as long as you can, but when the slick builds on the low side there, you're going to have to manipulate the throttle and possibly even use the brake to keep you going in the right way. Otherwise, that rear end's coming around and they're going to be passing you left and right, or the guy that's behind you is flat out going to punt you. All right, on to the feature. Okay, a main feature at Knoxville Raceway in Iowa. All right, so I'm outside pole. I have never been here before in the Dirt Street Stock Series since they went to the heat racing. I did have one week 13 win at Lernerville way back in season 19.4 when I just very first got started here in iRacing, but that was because everybody wrecked out, literally. Everybody wrecked out, and on the last lap I won the race. So I think I've got a win at USA during week 13, but you know, as far as a regular standing season goes, wow, you know, this is complete. I'm usually back in the back, you know, bringing up the rear or in the middle. You know, what's going to happen here? I have a tendency to get punted, door slammed, put in the wall. You know, this is no holds barred, no, take no prisoners type racing. So my plan of action here is to stay high as much as I can, keep the RPMs up, keep the steering wheel maneuvers down to a minimum. I'm not very good down low on the slick, and I have a tendency to screw up and get punted or spin out. You know, it's a thing you have to learn. It's a very unique skill set. So it's going to start second here. By the way, this season pace laps do not count toward the total laps, which is 25 here today. So that's pretty interesting. This is my first experience here in the street stocks this year under this format. All right, what we're going to do here, 15, he's holding us up a little bit, I kind of like this. I think I hear him go, and then I go, and I thought, man, did I jump it? But on the outside, I guess that's legal. I didn't get no flag. So on the high side, trying to power out through turn 4. The sun gets in my eyes, I'm not paying attention. I hit the wall, and then there's other things going on. The 15 gets hit. This is just a cluster, and man, oh, and the 15 gets upside down. This is just a mess. Wow, what a shit show on lap 1. Didn't even finish lap 1. So here I am, you can see me about 7 cars back, but since there is, oh, let's take a quick look at the replay. See, I just get in the wall, and then the 15 gets turned. I didn't start that mess. That feels pretty good. It was like 2 or 3 accidents that all occurred coming out of turn 2, going down the backstretch. So you see me here, I'm about 7 cars back, but since we have not completed lap 1, my spotter's telling me pass this car, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? Because I am used to a scoring loop system. Well, apparently here, when there is no caution flag laps counted towards the lap total, you go back to the start finish line. There is not scoring loops where the field is frozen. You go back to the start finish line for the last running order. That being the case, since I was in 2nd place outside pole, I'm being told to come up to the front. Now, we saw the 15 get upside down. I think he jumped in the pits. I'm not sure if he's punched out and given up already. But anyway, since he is not on the track, that puts me in lead position when we take the green flag. So this is just, wow, what a turn of events. You know, as bad as it was, me smacking the wall and getting passed by about 7 different cars. You know, I thought the field would be frozen when the caution was thrown out, but like I said, you go back to the start-finish line on the previous completed lap. So I'm on the pole position here, lead position to bring them down when we get the restart here behind the pace truck. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, and then the other thing, of course, if you're not familiar with dirt racing, this is single file restart, not double file. So this is just kind of setting up in my favor here now. I'm not going to be, you know, too cocky and think that, you know, I can hang on to this lead for any great length of time. But hopefully I can hang on to it for a few laps. Maybe there'll be some more wrecking and bashing behind me, and I can, you know, keep up near the front here. I mean, anything that I can get in a top 5 will be spectacular. All right, pace truck is off. I'm gonna kind of hold them down just like we've been seeing here and then go. In 3rd gear, 4th. That didn't seem to work too good. I think the next time we get a restart, I'm gonna jump up to 4th gear and see what happens. So I'm gonna stay high running the cushion. You can see the 13, or that's the 14. He's working the slick and doing a rather good job of it, and drops out right in front of me. Here comes the 13. He's gonna look low also. This was totally, you know, oh, the 13 gets in the berm bad, and that really kicks him slow. Then we got the 8 car that's going to take him and then falling behind me and then try to continue as gain of positions coming into 1, working low. I'm going to stay high. 8 washes up. I think to myself, hey, let's do the crossover here. And then the caution comes out. So, remember, we're going to go back to the previously completed lap, so that will set me up in 2nd place, even though the 8 had passed me when the caution flag had come out. Okay, I kind of like this format so far, you know. I mean, this format can be to your benefit. It can also be a big detriment, depending on where you're at when all this stuff goes down. Okay, so we're only working lap 3 here. Okay, what's the 14 going to do here? He's going to go immediately, almost immediately. Okay, that caught me off guard just a little bit, but I started in 4th gear, and I think that was a better start for me in 4th gear, so I'm going to start in 4th from now on. He's working low on the slick, doing a good job. I'm going to stay in the middle. Then I get caught by the 8. How in the hell did I say that? I was dead freaking sideways. I tell you, it's only because we were right at the end of turn 4 there, and I was able to crank the wheel back to go straight down the backstretch. Wow, that was lucky. I mean, maybe 0.05% skill, but 99.95% pure luck there. Wow. Okay. The field's stretched out a little bit. The 8 is going to work me some more on the low side. I'm staying on the high side, the middle side, if you will. Ooh, 14, the leader gets really... Whoa, then I smacked the wall. I'm paying attention to the 14, and I pound that backstretch wall again. 8 easily makes the pass. Oh my gosh, come on, David. I am just not focused here. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I'm just nervous that I'm up here so high and I want to do good. I need to calm down. So I'm back to 3rd right now. We're working lap number 5. Got the 6 car working in me on the, or the 17 car working on the, 13 car working on the inside, and the 6 behind him. Remember, the 6 was the one that got me in the qualifying run there. And as we come down the backstretch, I get body slammed by the 6. All right, thank you very much. That's the 3rd time in that rear wall. Holy smokes. How is my car hanging together? I'll tell you what, the Texaco Haviland Dirt Street Stock Camaro is a tough, stout machine. Okay, so I'm back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place here is when we cross the start-finish line. How do you like this roof cam view? I kind of like it. Gives you a wide open view of what's going on ahead of me. And then the 17, wow, what a power move down on the inside to pass me. That, you know, you got to respect that kind of move. That was just cooler than shit. Okay, so I got the 4 behind me now. I'm sticking with that high line. I don't care how many cars pass me. I want to try to finish this race. And I'll tell you what, after being slammed into the back straight wall 3 times now, it's amazing I'm where I'm at here in 6th place. Okay, the 6 and the 8 now. We got to keep an eye on that 6. That's kind of like a bull in a china shop there. We've seen that already. Take no prisoners and go for glory. The 13's working the high middle side. I kind of come down to the slick there just as a little experimentation after diming in the corner. Whoa, then we got the 8 and the 6 together. The 8 is hard into the wall. The 6 and the 17 get together. I get tagged by the 8 as he regroups. I miss the wall, believe it or not. Oh, that was another just fantastic save. That was 99% pure luck, but I'm up on the wheel here just trying to hold this position. The 4 looks like he's going to try to get me on the inside there, but he's going to drift up on that slick. It ain't going to work too good for him. See if I can power it out on the outside here with the RPMs and the speed. We pretty much door handle to door handle. The 6, ooh, we almost get together with the 4 there. The 6 is working the high side. They're up in the mud. The leaders have checked out. They're a whole straightaway ahead of me now. Hanging in 6th spot here. You know, working my game plan, staying high as much as I can. Oh, that 4, just a hard blink. So I do the crossover coming down in. I'm going to have to run the slick here. And I just completely screw this up and give it way too much gas. I am dead sideways. Nothing I can do. Try to recover it. Come back, hit the berm, pull a little Dukes of Hazzard there, get a little air. Come back down the straightaway, try to regroup. The 13 gets by me. You know what time it is? Crank that knob to 11. All right, after all that beating and banging on laps 10 and 11, everything's kind of settled out here. Whoa, we got a caution now. We kind of stretched out. Everybody just got into their time trial lap pacing, if you will. I was maintaining that middle and high line. Now, something interesting here happened. The lead car, which was the 14 car, was involved in an incident here. You see that I'm currently listed in 7th place, because remember the field is frozen at the last complete lap. So we're coming around here, and you can see, by the way, the slick has grown tremendously in size, both on the entry, the apex, and even the exit. So there's the 14. He was the lead car. Now, I'm not sure what happened here, if he has too many X's and he's getting a black flag, or he's got a mechanical issue, but he will ultimately come down to the pits, and I think he punches out. So that will move me up a spot. The car that he was involved with, I don't know if I caught this on the video recording or not. I think it was during the pace laps, but we had a car blink out. Or maybe that's yet to come. I'm not sure. I'm doing this voiceover after the fact. So anyway, I'm going to pick up another spot. You see me 1, 2, 3, 4. I am now in 5th position. That's how I'll take the restart. Yeah, look at the size of that slick there.
Hey, bud, coming to the green. Are you ready?
Okay, here we go. 5th position. Wow. Maintaining that. Look how wide that slick is now. It's almost the entire track except what's right up against the cushion. So I'm in 5th. And the 3 up ahead, positions 1 through 3, they are up on the wheel and they are battling it out. I'm behind the 13. I think we're just kind of both sitting here. We'll let you guys do all the rumbling, and then we'll come in and sweep up the crumbs and maybe gain a position or two here. I've got the number 5 car working me pretty good, but I think I've got something for him, and I'm not too concerned about who's behind me right now. I'm more focused on what's going on ahead. They're side by side, beating and banging, trading positions almost every lap. The 13 and I are just sitting back going, okay guys, go play. It seems that most everybody has moved up to the middle or the higher lanes and avoiding that slick right now. And we got one car, I think that's the number 6 car, I think that's going for the lead and may get the lead by working the slick on the bottom. That's a master work of art there, if you can do that. Ooh, and then gets into the 8. The 6 gets into the 8. Or maybe that was the 17 car actually, I guess. And then I get tagged by the 8 as he's trying to gather it up.
Save us some fuel whenever you can, but doing a really good job.
So I'm in 5th. I should stay in 5th because we'll go back to the last completed. Yep, I'm in 5th.
1 to go.
The beaten and battered 8 was able to reclaim the spot in front of me from the last complete lap. But now we're seeing that I am actually in 4th place. So the 8 did not come back. That other blue car. That's the 13 car. Okay. So we got the 6, 17, 13, and then I'm in the number 10 in 4th position. I've picked up another position through attrition. Okay, wow, this is getting to be white knuckle time here because I want such a good finish here at the home track.
Hey, car's off. Are you ready? Ready. Green.
And we go immediately. 6 is leading.
Coming to 5 to go.
17 is going to work the slick. 13 and I are going to kind of ride the cushion here. Working lap 21, not too many more laps to go. The 6 and the 17 are not done. This is going to be a fight right down to the end. 17 on the low side, gets a little bit of a run, but that slick got him.
24.
I'm running the high, 13 is running the high. We're just going to ride this out. Lap 22. If I can finish in the top 5 and higher than the top 5, if you will, with a 4th place, I am just going to be ecstatic. I get right up on the 13 here, but I am not going to even come close to touching him for fear that I get out of shape. I got the 5, 2 car lengths behind me. Let's just bring this home. It's a beaten, battered Texaco Havilland Camaro, but let's bring her home. Top 5. You can see, oh, the 17 and the 6 kind of got together there. The 17 smacked the wall. The 6 has taken the lead now. Way up high in the mud. 17 working down low on the slick. What's going to happen here coming out of 4? 17 is going to drop in behind the 6. 13 and I are just hanging back saying, okay, guys, go for it. We are more than ready to take over your positions if you give them up. Five is pretty close on me, but I'm not too worried about him. Okay, we got some. Oh, the 6 and the 17 almost get together. The 17 kind of did the diamond. I've got the 5 behind me looking just a little bit on the outside, but he can't make the pass. I go down to the slick. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that was a mistake. And then the 17 and the 6 get together. They door slam each other, run up to the wall. This is the white flag lap, by the way. They move completely out of the way. 13 takes the lead. 10 car driven by Dave and the Texaco Havilland is in 2nd place. This is the white flag lap. Holy smokes. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go no just for the heck of it, but he powers out of the corner. I wasn't going to touch him or rub him or knock him out of the way. He can have the win. I will take the 2nd place position at Knoxville, Iowa. Holy smokes. Best freaking finish I have ever had. I'm going to come up and give him a throttle blip as a congratulations. And the 6, fucking around, squirreling around, crashes into both of us and gives us another 2X. You little fucking turd. At first I thought that was intentional, but I went back and checked later on. The number 6 and the 13 were never anywhere in any kind of combat, so that was just fucking around, sliding down the backstretch, lost control, and fucked up, our perfect race there. Another 2X is no big, but come on, man. A lot of amateur bullshit on this iRacing sometimes, but oh well, children will be children. All right, bringing it home. It's a beaten and battered and muddied up, but I'll tell you what, Knoxville, Iowa, 2nd place in the dirt street stock. Wow, what a race.
Well, that was a lot better than what it could have been.
You can say that again, Chad.
Well, that was a lot better than what it could have been.
Okay, that was funny as fuck. Texaco Havilland car, it's just all beat up and muddy. Second place behind the number 13 car. Wow, what a finish. It's my best finish ever in a dirt street stock heat race format. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for coming along for the ride, and we'll see you next time.